Hi everyone, I'm Mark Murray and welcome to this very special edition of CityVision. Late last year we brought to you some information about a brand new project in Hamilton. Well, actually it's kind of an old project, but it's finally getting kicked off. At that time we talked with Sarah White and Melody Bahan of the ArtSpace organization about the new project going on in downtown Hamilton. Well, just recently they were able to have their groundbreaking for this project, and on that night we were able to see the faces and get introduced to the people who actually had a lot to do with the project. So without further ado, what we want to do is we want to bring you everything that went on that night for the groundbreaking and part of our continuing effort to bring you what's happening with the ArtSpace project. Check it out.
Hello and welcome. My name is Greg Handberg and I work with ArtSpace Projects, and it's great to welcome you all here to the groundbreaking for the ArtSpace Hamilton project. I was looking at my notes, and my first visit to Hamilton to work on this project happened in fall of 2008. And I know that my colleagues Wendy Holmes and Roy Close came in 2006. And so it's been a long road here, and we're just very excited to be here with our partner Neighborhood Housing Services of Hamilton to celebrate this event. I want to thank the artists. We have some dancers here who are going to perform. We have the artists who have created the shovels, and we have the artists who have created the artwork that's on the walls. And this project really is all about the arts and all about downtown Hamilton. We really are appreciative of the artists' efforts here. So I would like to welcome to the podium the Mayor of Hamilton, Pat Moeller, to say a few words. Mr. Mayor?
Thank you. Wow, this is the place to be on Friday night. I'll tell you that right now. Well, welcome to the groundbreaking for an historic project, ArtSpace, in Hamilton, Ohio. Having grown up in Hamilton and having memories of the 70s, the 1970s, I have heard Hamiltonians talk about various golden eras and golden years in the past. You know, there were jobs aplenty. Downtown was the place to be. We had a lot of retail. But as a result of great work by our city administration, including our community planning department, our investors, and our partners, we are a footstep away from another golden era. We have like 1 foot on a lower step and 1 foot on a gold step. And ArtSpace plays a big part in our path back to a prosperous future, including repurposing this building, which has so much character. While the ArtSpace building is in the middle of a block, it represents the intersection of the arts with downtown revitalization, with economic development. The ArtSpace residential project fits so well with our strategic plan, which is to make Hamilton the place to live, to work, and to play. You know, we're already on the map for the arts due to the Fitness Center for Creative Arts, but ArtSpace gives us a bigger dot on that map, and might I say also an exclamation point on the map. There are so many groups and people to thank for this project, and Councilmember Tim Nab will be providing and recognizing those names here shortly. I do want to thank Rick Jones, who I'm not sure if is here this evening, from the Fitness Center, because he always reinforces to me, whenever I see him, the importance of the arts to economic development, to education, as well as to quality of life. I want to recognize some folks who are here today, including Mayor Don Ryan. He was back on the council where I think this whole project was talked about a lot, and he was a big motivating force in the ArtSpace project. We also have Mayor Ann Anton is here. I saw her. That gives 3 mayors at least who are here right now. Councilmember Robert Brown is here. Other council members who I know who wish to be here could not make it this evening. We also have County Commissioner T.C. Rogers with us. And of course we have City Manager Joshua Smith. I'm going to introduce Tim Nab, with whom I've served on City Council for almost 5 years. He has been the council point person on this project, as well as many other projects he is the champion for in this city. Tim is a friend of the arts. including serving as the chairperson of our City of Sculpture Committee and one of our leaders who brings us Ice Fest. Ladies and gentlemen, Tim Nab. Thank you, Tim.
Good evening, everyone. As the mayor said, welcome. We're glad you're here with us tonight to celebrate this historic occasion. Downtown centerpiece, creativity, the collaborations that have been worked on between all of the entities, nonprofit groups collaborating with private sector groups collaborating with different various entities throughout government services, the administration, all of the people that have touched this project. You should all be congratulated and feel so good about this turnkey event and what we're doing in downtown Hamilton. The High Street complex, the core of our city, the foresight of our councils before us, as Mayor Moeller pointed out, as Mayor Ryan initiated this concept back in 1996, to think about the opportunity that ArtSpace could have in Hamilton, the different buildings that might have been appropriate for ArtSpace to place one of their 35 collaborative entities throughout the country, to be able to place it here in Hamilton, Ohio. Hamilton is the first city in the state of Ohio to be able to call home to an ArtSpace project. We're so proud that ArtSpace has become a partner with us, and to be able to have some 43 residential units next door that we hope by this time next year will be fully occupied, as are the mercantile lofts that we're in right now. We're so fortunate that we have so many believers, so many contributors, so many benefactors in Hamilton that said, yes, this is the right thing to do for downtown. It's the right thing to do for the arts. It's the right thing to do for all of the creative entities that want to call ArtSpace home. So I welcome you tonight. I thank, as you'll learn from other speakers that are going to be coming up and visiting with you, I thank everyone who has touched this, from legal aid services, from engineers, from people that had the vision to create this wonderful place that we're going to have in downtown Hamilton. As the mayor said, our vision for Hamilton is a destination, purposeful place to live, work, and play. I'd like to present to you Sue Samovisky. Sue is the president of the board of the Fitton Center for Creative Arts, and Sue will go on and share a little bit more about what ArtSpace is going to bring to Hamilton. Sue Samovisky.
Oh, wow. You should see how good you all look. You know, it is an amazing thing to stand up here and see this crowd in this beautiful space. Oh my gosh. So I am proud to represent the Fitton Center tonight. Our wonderful executive director, Rick Jones, is en route home from a conference in Pennsylvania and really wishes that he was here, and I wish he was here too. But I'd like to speak for the Fitton Center board and hopefully for all of the Fitton Center when I say how excited we are to have this wonderful day to celebrate the arts in Hamilton. But it's not just for the arts community that we're celebrating today, it's for the whole city of Hamilton. And of course, we want to give credit, as Tim said, to all those who were involved over the many, many years that it took to reach this point tonight. And for the patience that they all exhibited. When I look at some of the faces around in the crowd and see folks who had something to do with this project so many years ago, and they're getting to see it come to fruition. This is really exciting, and you all know who you are. But this, as I said, this project didn't happen overnight. And to put kind of an arts timeline on the whole thing, and I won't be super accurate, so I'm not even going to try, but we need to go back to that 1991 bicentennial for the city of Hamilton. And at that time, the Fitton Center for Creative Arts was conceived. And with it, we hired the wonderful executive director, Rick Jones, who became, with the Fitton Center, a real driving force for using the arts as a catalyst for building a stronger, more vibrant community. Shortly thereafter, Harry Wilkes. Don't you think Harry's with us tonight, you know? Harry had the vision to create Pyramid Hill, and that, over those years, took time to develop, and of course he had a lot to do with the building next door. And he envisioned Hamilton as the city of sculpture, and many of us sitting here are involved and have been involved with that group as it moved on and became what it is today, a group leading the placement of sculpture around the city of Hamilton. And I heard Tim say I heard someone say the word Ice Fest, so I'm just going to say it again, because in Hamilton, we can't just do these wonderful things, we also carve anything that's not standing, well, we carve trees, we carve pumpkins, we carve ice, and all that will be happening very soon. So we're excited about that. But it was Rick Jones who introduced ArtSpace to a very receptive group of community leaders, many of whom are sitting here tonight. And we really need to thank those who helped bring this reality to Hamilton. So I'm just going to call a couple names. Don Ryan is here. He was there at the beginning. Terry Whitmore is not here. She was there at the beginning. I'm married to a fellow who was here at the beginning. Mike Samovisky was in that first group. It's really exciting to know that those people went out, visited Minneapolis, you know, met with ArtSpace folks, and it's taken a lot of patience, and they're all to be commended. And all of you here who had something to do with this need to be commended for the patience of not giving up, of continuing to step forward, and more people come in who have been supporting this project forever. So we come to the present day in this timeline. And maybe you've recognized, as you look around this room, you've got to recognize that something's happening downtown in Hamilton. And you see more people living downtown in Hamilton. The beautiful mercantile lofts that we're in, the beautiful office space for CDA, Core, Milliken Fitton, as well as Art Off Sims. And I didn't say that because you just walked in and I'm wearing your clothes, for goodness sakes. This is what is happening, not just on this side of the block, but across the street. You know, we've got the wonderful True West Coffee Shop downtown, Miami downtown. I believe there's a wonderful tavern over there called Ryan's something or other. That's a wonderful place to go. And a little bit later, right half a block down, Butler Tech School for the Arts. It's right here downtown. And so the downtown has become a real hub of creative activity, and you're seeing that tonight. It's a wonderful thing. So this groundbreaking tonight not only symbolizes a wonderful day for the arts community, but I would say for the whole city of Hamilton. And I thank you very much. And I would love to introduce Rick Jones, but he is not here. So, Lori DeStola, I believe you're up next.
Hello, my name is Lori DeStola, and I'm the Executive Director of Neighborhood Housing Services of Hamilton. I'm proud to be standing here today representing the local nonprofit community housing development organization partnering with ArtSpace. We are often reminded that communities need quality housing, a thriving economy, and residents with skills to become a part of it. Hamilton ArtSpace Lofts provides the services and supports that offers residents more than substance. It gives them the reason to want to live, work, and play here. Based on our experience, NHS feels like we can no longer operate and rely on the shoulds, but we as a community need to plan and nurture the coulds that are enabled by building the capacity of the community and its members, which requires ingenuity, creativity, and valuing fresh ideas. On behalf of the board and staff of Neighborhood Housing Services, is proud to partner with ArtSpace to support and seed equitable housing, not only because it integrates with our mission, but we want to provide a more sustainable place to live and do business in the city of Hamilton. ArtSpace and Neighborhood Housing Services would like to acknowledge the following donors, partners, and supporters of Hamilton ArtSpace Lofts. So your support has made this vision a reality. City of Hamilton, Mayor Pat Moeller, the City Council, Councilman Tim Knabb. You've been a big advocate from day one, and we greatly appreciate that. City Manager Joshua Smith. The Community Development Department, especially the contributions of Eugene Scharf, John Creech, and Doronda Smith, the countless hours that you've put into this project, we just can't say thank you enough. The Economic Development Department, including Jody Gunderson and Stacy Dietrich. Hamilton Vision Commission, including former Mayor Don Ryan, Mike Dingledine, and Rick Jones for first inviting ArtSpace to town for a feasibility study. I also want to acknowledge the recent passing of Harry T. Wilkes and Claire Fitton and thank their families for their continued support. I also would like to thank Hamilton Community Foundation for their philanthropic support. Thank you, John Gaduli, and the individual donors that include Claire Fitton, Pat Carruthers, Vaden Fitton, Sarah and Joe Markham, Shirley and Jack Mosier, Marilyn and Joel Schmidt, and Harry T. Wilkes. I would also like to acknowledge Andy Schott and Diane Schneiderman from the law firm of Bricker and Eckler that represented Neighborhood Housing Services. And on a personal note, I would like to thank the board and staff of Neighborhood Housing Services for their continuous support. And at this point in time, I would like to hand it over to Greg for further acknowledgments.
Thanks, Lori. I want to do one thing first. This really is cool.
It's a selfie.
It's not a selfie. That's a good one. You know, I want to just echo Lori's comments and acknowledgement to the Community Foundation and John Gaduli and the support and leadership he provided on the philanthropic side of this transaction. We really had incredible support from the foundation, from the individuals here in the community that filled that gap. That it's what's necessary to make this project just an extraordinary contribution here. So thank you so much. I also have to add, you know, I was coming here, gosh, probably once every 2 months for 4 years. And almost every trip I got to sit down and talk to Harry Wilkes. And, you know, that, I'll just treasure it. What an incredible individual. And that was just a lot of fun for me, personally. The Fitton Center, we've heard about their role. I have never seen an arts organization, an arts center like the Fitton in a community of this size anywhere around the country. You guys are so, so lucky to have the Fitton Center here in Hamilton, Ohio. And Rick Jones, we've talked about his role in introducing ArtSpace to Hamilton. Rick introduced us because he knew Jill Berryman from the Sierra Arts Foundation in Reno, Nevada. And our Reno, Nevada project was ArtSpace's 8th building to open. And so here we are with 35 buildings operating around the country and bringing this building to Hamilton, Ohio. And so the roots go deep, and Rick really was instrumental in introducing this idea and introducing our interest in coming here to Hamilton. You know, the local businesses have been great. The idea of this facility and this energy on High Street, the business and the activity it'll provide, it's just been tremendous. The Chamber of Commerce has been working with Sarah White, kind of helping us think about how the retail space in this building is going to be activated, and that's been really appreciated. I want to, before I go any further, introduce the ArtSpace team that's here. We'll talk to Kelly Lindquist, president of ArtSpace, in a few moments, but Sarah and Jules and Melody are here. Sarah's been leading the development efforts over the past year and a half. Jules is leading our artist outreach and leasing activity here from the asset management perspective. And Melody is working with Jen Akes-Smith to put on this event and is in charge of communications at ArtSpace. So they've been all doing kind of yeoman's work for ArtSpace on this project. We have some funders in the room. The Ohio Housing Finance Agency has provided the majority of the financing through an allocation of tax credits, affordable housing tax credits to this project. And Karen, Sally, and Mark are here from OFA. And they've been just terrific to work with. ArtSpace has worked in 14 states around the country, and OFA is top-notch. You are lucky to have them here in the state. They do a great job allocating the resources necessary to create affordable housing here in the state of Ohio. So OFA has just been outstanding to work with. Took 3 tries, but every try was a joy. So thanks, OFA. The Ohio Historic Preservation Office has been working, Barb Powers has been working with us on our federal historic tax credits that are a big chunk of the tax credit equity going into this project. That's been a very, very positive process, as has been Nathaniel Kalin, who's been working with the Ohio State Historic Tax Credit Program. Our team has been outstanding. SHP leading design, Jeff Seckenheim, has worked with us to create the designs for this project. Community Design Alliance, Mike Goldingledine and Cindy Dingeldine. You know, Michael has touched almost every aspect of this project. His role with the Community Foundation, with the Fitness Center, with SHP, before Community Design Alliance, he has been all over. He is all over this community and has been all over this project, and it's been a joy to work with Mike and Cindy. Messer Construction is going to be doing the work on the building. Beth Sullenberger from Sullenberger and Associates helped us figure out all the historic issues with the project. Tams Construction and Kuhn Restoration, Steve Kuhn, they took that ugly grill off the building. Thank you for that. I know that was a big day in Hamilton. I was elsewhere. I wasn't able to be part of it, but I wish I could have taken it down myself. They did an outstanding job. Wallach Management, we have Victoria Taylor here. They're going to be running this project once it's up and running, and that's just been outstanding. BizTech has been an important part of our team as we're thinking about what kind of supportive services we can provide in the project. Last, I guess, well, not last, I want to thank Mercantile Lofts. This is their space, and what a fantastic place for an event. I had an opportunity to be here earlier last year and talk to a group from Miami University, and it's just a wonderful community asset to be in this space, and I want to really thank them for letting us have this event here tonight. Lastly, I guess I want to thank U.S. Bank. U.S. Bank has been a tremendous supporter of ArtSpace across the country. We have philanthropic sponsorship from U.S. Bank. They participate in a volunteer way on our board of directors. They have been involved in at least a half a dozen transactions that ArtSpace has done over the past 5 years around the country. They're just terrific, terrific partners in every sense of the word. I know they've been incredibly active here in downtown Hamilton, making this revitalization occur. And so we have with us today Rick Demmel from U.S. Bank, who's the leader of the U.S. Bank office locally. And Rick's going to talk for a few moments about U.S. Bank's involvement in this project. So Rick, the floor is yours.
Thanks, Greg. I appreciate the nice comments, and the commercial doesn't hurt either. You know, we're really proud not only to partner with ArtSpace, because as Greg mentioned, U.S. Bank has had a long relationship with them in financing a number of projects similar to this all across the country. We're also proud of some of the other redevelopment projects we've been involved in this community, including this building and the buildings across the street from them. And so if you think about it, well, why are we doing this? Well, U.S. Bank has a vested interest not only in this building, but reinvesting in this community. We've been here for 150 years. In fact, we started in the building that we're sitting in here today, and there's a vault somewhere in somebody's apartment that is still here. So that's kind of cool if you think about it. But really, you know, I'm not going to go. We've had a lot of people to thank for this, and we can run through the numbers. But I've got a very important announcement, because up until an hour ago, we were still worried about this deal getting done. Well, I got great news. The deal has finally closed. We're done. So my talking points were kind of gyrating between we're proud to have worked with them or we're proud to be getting there, and so we're there. So in closing, I'll just leave you with a couple of comments and saying, you know, kudos to ArtSpace. What a great partner. What a great partner for U.S. Bank. What a great partner for this community. And kudos to all the community leaders, the names that you've heard earlier, and the vision that they've had to make this now come reality. And you know, what great fun we're going to be here today for the groundbreaking, and I can't wait to see everybody back again for the ribbon cutting. So with that, I believe Kelly Lindquist, president of ArtSpace, is right here in front of me, is going to close us out. Kelly, thank you.
Wow, it is. What a terrific group of people. I'm Kelly, the president of ArtSpace, founder of ArtSpace 28 years ago, and this just feels so great. I love this city, and it's an honor to be here tonight. We're here, of course, to celebrate the start of construction on the ArtSpace Hamilton Lofts and all the individuals who made this dream a reality. One of the great things about working in Hamilton is the incredible enthusiasm of this community. It's truly gratifying to work in a city whose residents understand the power of the arts to create change. Hamilton is a city where the young people don't want to move to a somewhat larger place in order to live, because they want to stay here, make Hamilton a vibrant community. And Hamilton is also a city whose leadership recognizes its artists and creative businesses and works to cultivate them. Hamilton is a city with the wisdom and insight to recognize that art is not the exclusive province of the educated and the wealthy, and that artists are hard workers who make many sacrifices to pursue their chosen careers, and that the presence of artists makes neighborhoods better, livelier, safer, healthier, and a lot more fun. As ArtSpace has grown over the years from one building in Minnesota to 35 projects across the country, I'm thrilled every time we start construction in a new community. But we never lose sight of the reason that we do this work. It's the artists. So let's celebrate the groundbreaking, but let's also celebrate what is and will be the heart of ArtSpace Hamilton, the artists and creators who are already creating vibrancy, art, and community here in Hamilton. Congratulations, and I think I hand it back to you, Greg, or are we done?
No.
No selfies? Okay.
Actually, you could have. We have one to... My next assignment is to introduce the My next job is to introduce the Miami Valley Ballet Theater, who is going to do a performance for us. And then afterwards, remember that we are having the shovel ceremony.
Well, we hope you enjoyed that, because I tell you, it was really exciting to be there. You just feel the energy of all the good things that are going on here in Hamilton, and ArtSpace is certainly one of them. And we're going to continue to follow this project as it moves along over the next year or so. So watch for that. And again, as always, I want to thank you for watching TV Hamilton, hometown television with a personal touch. And from all of us here at CityVision, thanks for watching.